Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, everybody, we have a MotoStars video. What we're going to be going over are some crashes and close calls. We're going to be utilizing the plan method. I'm going to discuss this when we see a crash and close call. The whole point is if you're a brand new motorcycle rider, this is good information to know. It's scary. It might turn you off of riding, but the whole point is the people that are posting these videos are the ones being reckless. So if you're not reckless, more than likely you're not going to have a lot of these issues. So let's go over this. Let's figure it out. Let's not make the same mistakes. Let's learn from it. Let's thank them for actually posting this, even though it's an anonymous rider.
How important it is to stay focused on the road.
It's important to stay focused.
The moment of distraction was enough to let his ride in a really rough way.
Uh-oh. Where'd the clothes come from? Okay. Yep. Okay, so what do we do differently here? What do we do differently here, everybody? How you doing, Hog Rider? All right, so he's messing with some debris. Now, maybe it was I couldn't tell, but either his clothes fell out of the bag or some clothes got launched up and got tangled up. What can we do here? Okay, we can be riding like he was doing and then mess with it and not pay attention to what the road is going, where the road's going, or we could start rolling off the throttle, apply a little brake pressure, get off to the side of the road, take care of the problem, get back on the road.
Really rough way.
Right? It's one thing to keep looking up and doing this, looking up, doing this. You're doing multiple things at once. You're controlling the motorcycle, paying attention for traffic, taking care of this. Now think about how I can get it untangled. I got to look back up. Okay, now I get it back. Just pull off, take care of it, go back on. Okay? Because you don't want to get into a position where this happens. That's all. Here we go, having some fun on our supermotos. Yeah, boy.
Whoa.
Oh, buddy's not gonna make it though. Oh, everyone didn't make it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what happened here, everybody? Thankfully, he didn't get injured too bad. One of my friends came to the corner way too fast, hit the barrier, and came just 1 foot away from falling off the cliff. Easily the closest call we've ever had on a ride. Probably. All right, let's take a look. So we're riding with our buddies. We're catching up to them. Maybe we should be talking on Ricardo Pack Talk Pros or the edges that we have here. So talk to each other. There's a link in the description for a 10% discount. You can just talk to each other. Like, hey, you're going too fast. Hey, I'll catch up to you later. Hey, don't try to ride at their speed because they maybe have more skill than you. And now you're riding at their speed and their skill, but not your skill, and you're going to cause some issues. So first buddy took the turn a little bit too fast, started going a little wide, managed it. Us, though, because remember, rescue, we want to remain calm. It's perfect for other situations. So we see this, remain calm, continue your ride. Continue your ride. Don't ride like them. Don't focus on what they were just about to do. Go through the corner yourself. But we weren't paying attention. We were focused on what could have happened here. And we went towards it. Whatever you focus on is where you go. So if you're focusing on the guardrail, that's where you're going. If you're focusing on the road, that's where you're going. Buddy behind us did the same thing. Hit us. Went up and over.
Oh my god.
Pay attention. Focus on your ride, not everyone else's. I like that one, Horovac. We got to make an acronym out of that one. Very lucky. Oh, gee. And she's annoyed. She's annoyed. All right, what happened here? What happened here, everybody? No. Let's go back. What happened here? Let's take a look. All right. First and foremost, she's using a Ricardo Pack Talk Bold. It is an older model. She needs to upgrade to the Ricardo Pack Talk Pro. Just kidding. She's lane filtering. Okay. There's some inherent risks. There's nothing wrong with lane filtering. It's just that when you do it, there's a time and place for it. And then when you do it, there's things that you do look for. And what you look for is vehicles stopping and creating a gap. Okay, why would vehicles stop and create a gap? Typically, to not block an intersection. Typically, to allow the flow of cross traffic through the intersection. So if you're lane filtering, You have to participate with that, or you're going to run into this issue, which is going to be, thankfully, slow speed. You see a lot of people do this stuff, and they're going really fast, and now they're up and over and really badly injured. This one was slow speed, so good for her for doing slow speed, but walking away, your bike's still on the road. You're not injured. You don't need to run away. Just very angry. All right. What did I just say, guys? What did I just say? Please grab yourself a slice of pizza, sit down, pay attention, because we just talked about lane filtering at a high speed versus low speed. Let's take a look at this. I think you guys understand that one. We're not going to go over that one, but we're going to go over this one. Long line of cars, more than likely we're going to want to pass. Be very careful when you have a passenger. You're going to have to be a little bit slower on the acceleration so you don't knock them off. You don't like create a big issue where they're like, oh crap. So you have to be a little bit slower on the acceleration, which means that it's going to take you longer to make passes too. So let's see what happens here.
The rider up front completely ignored the no overtaking sign and ended up with a valuable lesson.
Yeah, it's a curve. Get back into the lane, just like this motorcycle rider's doing. Ooh. So what did I just say about accelerating a little bit slower so you don't create that jostle? Also applying the brakes so they're not slamming into the back of you, like the person's like pushing down on you. And then on top of it, you have more weight on the bike. So it's going to take longer for your total stopping distance to actually happen. So you can perceive it and react just normal, but then the braking distance is going to be actually longer. So that's going to be a lot scarier. You're not going to be able to slow down in time for a lot of things. So when we see something like this and he's applying the brakes, he did really well. Did really well there. But got to be very careful. It's not just you on the bike now. You have a responsibility. You have a responsibility for that passenger. You really do. Anytime you're in control of the vehicle, the other people in the vehicle or on the vehicle on a motorcycle are trusting you with their lives. So you have to be at the top of your game if you have people in your vehicle. So teenagers, if you're watching this, teenagers, if you're out there driving like an idiot because you just got your license and you have all your friends in there because they don't have licenses yet and you're the oldest one or whatever and you're driving like an idiot, you're responsible for their safety. It's not just about having fun joyrides. I get it. I did it. But be very careful. Yoink. Oh, his hand. Oh, please don't run over his hand. You can break all his phalanges, his carpals, his metacarpals. Funny, fancy words here. Good job swerving, though. Good job swerving the best you can. So there's an impact. What happened? Okay, we're riding in a big old group ride. Let's see if we can get to the first frame of it. Okay, so it looks like the motorcycle rider, for some reason, this guy, was here and decided to come out here and was like, oh crap, and try to get back. I don't get why he was doing that. You can kind of tell. You see how he was like going this way and then he tries to swing back? There's the impact. So we have probably left hand injuries right there just from the impact, and then maybe his right or his left knee. So now the bike is just completely discombobulated. That's a real physics term, by the way. And he's going to go and flip over and then hands down first. So gloves, very important. He's got motorcycle boots. That's really good. Regular jeans, not going to do much, especially when that left knee hits the ground or when it hit that vehicle. No impact protection. And there's the impact right into his face. So this is why you wear a full face helmet. Guys, as smart riders, we acquire and use personal protective equipment. So are you a smart rider? I hope so. So we're coming up to here, run over his hand. What do? How do we rescue them? Part of being a smart rider, once again, is rescuing motorcycle riders. We do have the rescue card that you can get when you get the rescue booklet, links in the store. Also, if you really want to, we have Smart Rider motorcycle training drills, 24 drills that go on your phone, and there's a physical version. That's what it looks like on your phone. Let's get to that page. That's what it looks like on your phone. So you can practice in a parking lot, 10 cones, 5 tennis balls cut in half. Have fun. Link in the description for 20% off. Practice your slow speed stuff. Get better.
He crashed.
Talking on his cardos. There's a link in the description for that one for 10% off if you want that. Let's take a look and see what happened to our buddy. Hopefully he's not broken.
No.
Please play more. Please don't cut it off, Motostars.
Dude. I slotted that right through you. Holy.
He's doing fine. His hands, maybe he didn't run over his hand. Very good.
Yeah, he said he's
That's an expensive bike.
all right.
Alright. I'm in nerves. Do you want me to look at anything?
All right. Good swerve. Good back. Good back. There you go. 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 Good. No. That was good, dude. That was good. That was good. Let's see. Let's take a look. Yeah, Jaws, I'm trying to sell stuff because it pays the bills. I'm going to leave that into this video too. So anyways, we're coming up to here and we have an intersection. So planning your ride, right? So we're in a position for safety. We're in the middle. We're fine. We're good. Sun's at our back, so sun's in their eyes. We're locating a hazardous situation. So there is an intersection right here. Intersections and corners are hazardous to motorcycle riders. That's where most crashes happen. So if that's where most crashes happen, let's be a little more aware in those situations. Let's bring this back up. Now, we have to assess if there's any relevant threats. The car parked on the side of the road, not a threat. Vehicle in the left turn lane, not a threat yet. Possibly, though, because that means their intention is to turn left. Now, they're not an active threat until they start turning in front of us. That's when we have to navigate ourselves into another position for safety, which means a swerve, which means an emergency accelerate, which means an emergency braking. You got to pick one. You can't just keep going on the same path or you're going to collide. So good job on him. See, as soon as that person came out, he's going to accelerate a little bit and he's going to swerve hard. When I tell you guys to swerve hard, I mean swerve hard. Not just like I'm going to swerve one little spot into my lane like right here. No, he swerved completely out of the way. Very good. He could have chose left. He didn't have to choose right, but he chose an escape. And that's good. You got to make a choice. Make a choice. So he did it. Idiot. Now, when you're here, I don't want you guys looking back and being like, F you, buddy. F you. Because look what's in front of us. We have trash cans. We have parked vehicles because now we swerved into the parking area, basically, of the road. So now we have to swerve back on the road. It's not just one swerve. It's two swerves. Okay? Finish it off. That's what she said. So now we get back here and we're good to go. Now we're in a brand new position for safety, a brand new one. And we start the process over again. We locate, assess, locate, assess, navigate into a new position constantly. Go. Keep going. That's the whole point of the ride. And that's why I developed the plan method is because it's very simple. Just put yourself in a position where you're not going to get hit. Locate any hazardous stuff. Anybody going to come out and try to hit you? If they are, get yourself in a new position for safety. That's it. You're constantly doing this. Easy to remember. Here we go. Tulsky 88. We're having some fun. Beautiful area. I would love to visit. Maybe not ride with this. I mean, what the heck happened there? Did he get hit? No. He just lost rear tire traction. So he turned into a high side. That sucks. See you later. Can't stand still. Yeah, a little high side, so impact to the shoulder, wear motorcycle gear. Look at the road here. Not too bad. I've seen worse, but you got to be careful with potholes. And also, this is one thing I really like about having my phone on the GPS. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and plug another thing that I got going on. I got a rock form mount, okay? So it hooks into the bike right there. I have my GPS. I like the little magnet, little sport clip here. I'm going to go ahead and set this against my computer because it's magnetic and just let it sit. So I like having the GPS here because look at this. You see like a motorcycle GPS. You notice how you can't see anything over here or over here? What's over here? All you can see is the road. That's it. But what's happening? Well, here on the GPS, it shows that you're coming up to a merge area. So we're coming up to a merge area. You can't even tell it's a merge area, really. But the merge area shows up here. So when you're riding, you're just riding, having fun. You're looking over here. Take a quick glance. Oh, cool. Take a quick glance here and focus on that. But you see that there's something coming up. So when I say locate hazardous situations, your GPS can help you locate a hazardous situation. That's pretty cool. That's what I like. That's what I use my GPS and my phone mount for.
The rider admitted he was going way too fast for a road he didn't even know.
See? Little merge area.
And in the fall.
Oh. He did good. He did good. He did good. He did good. We normally talk badly, not badly, but we normally kind of criticize. There you go. We criticize people on this channel for the most part because it does help out when it comes to figuring out what happened. Okay, you have to be critical of it, but let's go ahead and dive into a little bit of positive here. So the critical part here is, hey, slow it down. Okay, slow it down. It's a sharp turn. You see it on the GPS. It's a sharp turn. Okay. So, but we didn't slow it down.
Luckily, it didn't end in a...
Okay. So we didn't slow it down. We're going a little too wide. We're panicking a little bit. But the skill of straighten the handlebars and the bike upright and apply really good progressive brake pressure while you still have road, he did really good there. So stands it upright, applying progressive brake pressure. Those, honestly, that front brake, dude, that looks like you might need to check your brake lines on that one. You're squeezing it all the way. Maybe he has it adjusted. Either way. So he's good progressive brake pressure, straightened up, pulled in the clutch and the front brake. So we're doing both. Maybe give it a little bit of rear brake. We're standing it up. But you notice how he's going pretty fast. And then by the time he gets to the right here, he's barely going anything, which is going to help him balance the bike when he does hit this bump. Thankfully, there's no guardrail or oncoming traffic. But still, he was able to slow it down enough to where that's the worst that happened. We typically see people panic, slam that front brake, lay the bike down, start tumbling at high speed across the grass, getting hurt. So he did do good with the emergency stuff. He didn't do the best when it came to this part. He did great when it came to the emergency stuff. And as a beginner rider, you're going to make mistakes on this part a lot.
He didn't...
That's why it's so important to understand how to stop safely, because you might run into this situation. This part takes experience to understand how to get through these things. This part right here takes experience in a parking lot, in a neighborhood, because you got to practice your emergency braking, emergency swerving, emergency everything. Exactly. The basic skills right here, Hog Rider, the basic skills of this they should come first before the experience of the road. Learn the basics first, apply it to the road in case something bad happens, and then this becomes basic experience, basic skills once you have experience here. So good job. I'll give it to him on that one. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. There you go. There you go. Paddle walk it out. Not a big deal. Oh, geez, we're doing some wheelies, creating some sparks. Yeah, boy. High skill. There's just a car there. Looks really cool. I love it. Having a ton of fun downtown. All our buddies are watching. You know, all the chicks think we're badass, you know. They're watching that, and then all of a sudden we do this. And then everyone just starts walking away. See you later, Jaws. Just walks away. Yeah, it takes skill to do it. This is why I tell you to do it in a parking lot. Justin Wilson, Dan, I almost got hit twice today on my CBR. I was using the plan method and drove away safely. Thanks. You're welcome, Justin. Guys, pay attention. Justin, grab yourself a slice of pizza. Thank you for joining the live stream. Guys, if you want to be a part of the live stream, if you're watching this after the fact, it's typically around 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Tuesdays. Might move them to Wednesdays, but it's at least once a week. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell button, because you'll get notified when I go live. Okay?
Oh, still, stop.
Don't come back, don't come back. Ah, jeez. Oh, that bike is stuck. That bike is stuck. Oh, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed too, but, you know, I got gap insurance, fully paid off bike, you know. Well, I guess I don't have gap insurance on the bike. I have a gap insurance on the car, but fully paid off bike. I'll get a new bike. I'll get a Rebel 1100 instead of the 500. But this is why I don't park right behind the vehicle. Now he's off to the side, but once you start seeing this, you know, the rear lights, you know, like basically the real rear headlights, it means they're in reverse and they're starting to back up. You can't Flintstone it backwards quick enough. You can't. Honking the horn might not work. I just know the thing that has a better chance of working is a quick emergency acceleration out of there. And that's why I'm telling you guys, yeah, Jaws, I'm going to go ahead and promote it. Smart Rider training drills. You get to learn how to be quick on the acceleration to do some slow speed stuff. Aim for the escape. Aim for the escape.
Hey!
Yeah, it's crunched because the bike's staying upright. It's just wedged under there. All right, here we go. Riding with a passenger.
In this case, the driver drifted into the wrong.
I love cruisers for the
that used
sissy bars that they have. They're so comfy for passengers.
catching the group of riders off guard.
All right, so cutting them off. Watch out with the passenger. Okay. There you go. Hey, I want to point that out right there. Okay, all this stuff, yeah, intersections, once again, locating hazardous situation. We're going to go with this part real quick. This is a hazardous situation because it's an intersection. Now, we're going to go ahead. We're not the Harley rider. We're the guy with the camera right now, okay? We're witnessing this. Now, you in the car are making a decision. It's like, what do I do? The car wanted to keep in the roundabout. We want to go with our group. So we're going to possibly do this at some point if we just keep I want to use some words that I use at the fire service, but I can't. Finger effing. We're just basically finger effing each other. We're just like, come on, let's just figure it out. So when he gets to this point, it's like, hey, we're just trying to figure it out. He decides to do an emergency acceleration. It's very important to understand emergency acceleration. So emergency acceleration, emergency braking, emergency swerving are your 3 emergency skills that you can do. So he could have just stayed on the roundabout, did it one more time. It's not a big deal. Talk on your cardos. He's like, hey, I got blocked off. I'll meet you guys. Or he can emergency accelerate out, or he could swerve into this part and then go really fast. But that's oncoming traffic. I think that's oncoming traffic. But he could do that. So there's a lot of different options, but he chose emergency acceleration. You typically don't see emergency acceleration a lot. So this is a good example of what it looks like, because that is a tool that you guys have. Because we're on bikes. We're faster than cars for the most part. At least on the acceleration part. There it is. Get back to speed. Very good. Just chill. Just chill.
Yeah, you guys seen that?
Talking on his cardo. That's what I love about him. All right, here we go. Nice little camera angle. What do we got? Oh, no. All right, so what happened there? We had to layer down. Let's take a look. Okay, right here. Let's get to the frame. All right, right here. Okay, very cool. Sorry, I had some mucus in my nose. All right, so the white car applied the brakes really hard. Or not even really hard, just applied the brakes. And then the scooter person, I was getting there, my moto. I was getting there. The scooter person then had to apply the brakes really hard because they're so close. So exactly, not enough distance. We did not create a space cushion between ourselves and the white car. We're talking about the scooter person in the white car. Not enough space. Because when you have such little space, you have to make quick adjustments, like quick brakes, quick swerves, quick acceleration, really quick. When you have space like this person does, you can just apply the brakes pretty easy because you have a space. So if you're riding this close to a car in front of you and they apply the brakes, it's going to cause a panic. So how do we remove the panic out of our scenario? Create a space so that it doesn't create a panic, which doesn't create a panic response. It creates a regular, skilled response of progressive braking. So maintain a space. See how immediately slam the brakes? Now, why did the person fall down if they just applied the brakes? Well, it's not a big deal, Dan. I apply the brakes all the time. I don't fall down. Well, when you slam the front brake, it can lock up the tire unless you have ABS. And even then, I wouldn't trust ABS fully. But it locks up the front tire. And since the front tire isn't spinning and moving, it's just sliding. Well, if it's sliding, it can slide any way it wants. It can slide down. It could slide straight. It could slide whatever. And so if your handlebar's a little bit turned, it's going to slide that way. So our handlebars were probably turned a little bit to the right. It doesn't take much. Slam the brakes, start sliding to the right, fell down to the right. So that's the problem with slamming the brake. And that's why you do progressive braking, but you need a little bit of time to give it a little bit, more. You need a little bit of that space cushion for that total stopping distance. See? And then look at the ankle, right ankle. This is why as smart riders, we acquire and use personal protective equipment. We're going to watch that part again. I want you to see the moment the brake light applied, because it was quick, it immediately fell down because we lost traction on that front tire. And then think of the after effects of, oh, now the ankle. Now our right knee got injured. Now our hands are injured. Now our head got hit. That's why we wear full gear, just in case we make a mistake. And doink. And that's a beginner mistake. That's why we practice in a neighborhood for a while and practice our emergency braking. Green light for us, very good. We have pedestrians in the middle of the road. Oh, can't see much because of the sun. Be careful with that. Okay, they're not gonna hit you, so you're gonna move on. Watch out, another intersection. What's gonna happen here? Somebody's gonna pull out. Okay, good swerve to the left lane, very good. Get back into our right lane, very cool. We got brake lights up ahead, kind of getting boxed in, create a space. Okay. What's happening? All right.
This right
I think from now on, whenever he plays that music, I'm not even going to watch the video. I'm just going to dance. All right. All right, moving on.
there wasn't happy at all with the driver.
What do we got here?
His reaction didn't sit well with the driver either, who quickly decided to give it back.
What? Motostars, what happened? What happened, Motostars?
This rider wasn't happy at all with the driver tailgating him. His reaction didn't sit well
Because I couldn't see the car.
with the rider, who quickly decided to give it back.
So real quick, we regulate our emotions. Boom, solve this problem. A little tip, a little smart rider tip here. Let's go back just a little bit.
Let's
go back just a little bit. Okay, so I only ride with backpacks that has the chest strap. Okay, you guys probably weren't thinking of that. So the little chest strap that goes across, it has a little clip right here. I only ride with backpacks that have that because when he does the whole looking back, or when you do a head check, right? You're doing a head check like this. You don't want that strap pulling because it's going to start sliding. You don't want it pulling on your arm. Let's get the mic out of the way. You don't want it pulling on your arm. Okay? You want the chest strap to keep the straps where they are at. So you're going to see it right here.
Driver tailgating him. His reaction didn't sit well with
You see how the strap's wanting to fly off a little bit? You don't want your backpack falling off. My moto, it happened to me when I first started riding. Oh, there we go. It happened to me when I first started riding, is that I did have a regular backpack and it started to fall off. And I was like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you're having to do this when you're riding? No, that's not fun. So have a backpack that has the little chest strap and make sure you clip that.
To give it back.
So of course I have a green backpack. So I have a backpacking backpack. You see my cones right there. But this is my filming backpack. So I have like my tripod and everything in there. Very big. But it has a chest strap. Right here. It has a chest strap. So I don't have that issue at all. Let's put that over here. And I carry a big backpack with a lot of weight. There's like 30 pounds of gear in there. So camera equipment, tripods, 2 tripods, all the cones, everything I need, a bunch of extra stuff, extra batteries, all that stuff. And it stays because of that. The emotional regulation, control it. Tailgaters are tailgaters. Not a big deal. Just don't antagonize it. Don't be flipping people off. Just be like, kind of ignore it for the most part. Or let them in front. Brr, brr, brr. All right. Thank you. Jeez. Morning ride, Big Island. Ha. All right. Oh, ride her down. Ride her down. He's using a Cardo Pack Talk. I can see that. All right, so what do? We're trying to rescue. Okay, we remain calm. Very good. Ensure on safety. Pulled off the side. Very good. Now, if that person has any major bleeds, we need to be able to stop that with direct pressure, tourniquet, or even packing the wound. And then you want to quickly assess the severity. So does he have a head injury symptoms, spinal cord injury? Basically, the only thing you could do is lay him down, keep them warm. Don't let them ride. All right, don't try to defend them.
Yeah, get off the fucking road then, you don't.
Well, then I'm just not going to watch your video. How about that? Just not going to watch your video.
I'm not gonna say it. Illegally working there.
Nope. Uh-oh. 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 Stay away from it. Stay away from it. I get it. It's kind of fun. A little intrusive thoughts. Hey, got it, though. Pretty cool. Because you don't want it... See, now you're putting yourself in a dangerous spot. You don't want it wrapped in your vehicle. Just pull up. Like, speed up. Don't try to grab it back there. Speed up if you really want to grab it, and then grab it right here. Okay? Or just ignore it. It is what it is. Wait till you come to a stop, because now you have it all over your bike. It can get tangled up in your grips. There you go. He's got that camera way up front, as you can tell. He's got that 360 camera. All right, cool. Very good. Here we go. We're riding around. What do we got? We're merging onto the highway, so watch out for anybody wanting to hit you accidentally or so. Oh, jeez. Slow down. Apply the brakes. Apply the brakes. You don't know if they're going to lose control and you're going to run into them. Very good. Get away from them. They're okay. It was just a fender bender. Scary, but get away. You don't want to get hit. Okay, there's me. Okay, left-handed turn, intersection. Remember, plan our ride. Pay attention. What's going on? Hazardous area. Anybody gonna be a threat? Okay, traffic light is out. Ooh, you gotta be careful. You gotta really be cautious when you're gonna be crossing traffic and doing all that stuff, because you got this vehicle right here. Oh, you're lucky they swerved out of your way. You and your passenger would be DED dead.
With a badge.
Okay, the good cop.
Did you take it as disrespect if I went through there? Appreciate you, man.
Let's
He
get
asked.
Aaron's reaction.
Really, you're not supposed to put lanes out.
Why do you have to add the a-hole part, cop?
You're not supposed to put lanes out.
Why, lady, why'd you have to add that part in there? All right. Oh, did you see that?
Really, you're not supposed to put lanes out.
You see that? There it is. Sharp left turn, basically a U-turn, recommended 15 miles per hour. I don't think we're going anywhere near 15, maybe not even 30. We're probably going like 60. Let's see if he low sides everybody. Oh, no. We lost traction, but we gained traction. So now we almost high-sided, but it knocked us to the outside. There's loss. That was the loss of traction right there. Amazing job. Amazing job. Because that, I'm assuming that's gravel. Let's take a look. He might have hit some gravel. You can't really tell with the ground, but he might have hit gravel. So if you're just normally riding and hit gravel and you're able to keep it up, don't panic. Straighten up the handlebars or try to make it through the turn. So either try to make it through the turn, slow it down, or straighten it up, slow everything down, apply some brakes. So he did actually pretty good. And he needs to because he has no gear. And he didn't learn his lesson. All right. Uh-oh. Is he mad? Is he going to be mad? Oh, he's cutting us off. He did do it on purpose. 'Cause he's letting his buddies pass. Motorcycle gangs are dumb. Don't worry about it. Now you have a fun story. All right, here we go. Beep, 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 beep. They're honking because you're doing this. They're honking because of that. Don't do that. All right, moving on. Sharp left turn, made it through. We have a side of the vehicle. Slow it down, slow it down. Very good. Now accelerate out of there. Very good. Good job. It's basically practice of you're practicing your progressive brake pressure. You're practicing your downshifting in an emergency situation right after a corner. And then now you're also practicing accelerating out of there because you don't want vehicles behind you to hit you. So you're accelerating yourself out of there. And so now you're practicing shifting back up and your friction zone and everything. I look at it as practice. Yes, it's scary, close calls, but that's the whole point is that when you're getting to here and you see that side of the vehicle, you're also now practicing your perception. And you're also practicing, like I said, you're braking, you're slowing down, you're practicing all the safe maneuvers that you need to be practicing. So I look at it as a great opportunity, especially if nothing bad happens, that we learned, okay? We learned. 102 kilometers per hour, we're going about 60, not a big deal. Okay, we got double lanes here. We lost a little traction there. What happened? What happened there? We lost a little traction. Yeah. Something happened there. Could have been road debris. Nice little camera angle there. Beautiful view. We're looking around. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Took the wrong. They weren't supposed to do that, but good job recognizing that. They're not supposed to do that because the signs are pointed towards us. We're supposed to yield. They're not supposed to come out this way. Interesting. Or maybe we're on the wrong side of the road. Who knows? I don't know. It doesn't look like we are. We're in America. This is wrong for us. Yeah, that's what they were supposed to do. So they were probably used to doing right-handed stuff. Oh, watch out for the bear. Watch out for the bear. Okay, at this point, they go pretty fast. You're going to want to accelerate. Oh, yeah. He's like, I'm out of here. Practices U-turns. Good job. I'm pretty sure he's doing pretty good on the expert drills and the hard drills over here. So doing some practices. Make sure you guys grab one of these. Do a quick U-turn because you never know when a bear is going to chase you. He's out of there. With that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe. Grab a slice of pizza. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. I guess I'll just see you guys later. Bye.